Okay, so I'm here to show you how you can do jarring with your dog with a simple setup. It won't cost you much money, and I'll show you what originally I was using. Part of the piece is missing, so I spent a lot of money for one of these, which is expensive. And basically this goes in here, and then there's a wire that comes out there with a loop, and your cord goes through it, your leash. Well, my dog, which is a husky, he would keep going side to side and eventually would break off the rod. And I went through 3 of them, so it got a little expensive. Didn't have to buy this, you can buy the bar by itself. It's fine if your dog stays straight, going straight, but when he wraps around the bike, after a while that will break. So I'm going to show you a simple way. And the products I use. So I got black ones. This here is for what I use for my holding my water bottles and anything else on. Just get a roll of this Velcro. It's cheaper. It's about 11 bucks versus buying these fancy straps online that are like 19 bucks for 2. It's ridiculous, and this works great for here and for the other ones in the back. I don't know if you can see them. I'll show that later. So this one here I'm going to replace. I'll put it on this bike so it's easier to see. But I use these. You pick them up at Walmart or Home Depot. They come off like this. They're all in a row, and you just pull them apart like that. And that's what I use for strapping it on. So I will show that to you. I'll take this one off. So this one, what I did, a mistake, is I wrapped these too tight, which then has caused it to start kinking up. And you want a good leash that has a stretch bungee. So I'm going to take this off, and then I will show you exactly how this works. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. It's very simple, and it works very well. You don't need a big old fancy, big old pipe sticking, hanging in the air. This is so light. All you need is to keep your leash from going into your axle, your wheel. And even with the other deal that's made for it, your leash will still go in there if you're not paying attention and get caught. I mean, I've been taken down several times. So I'll take that off, get rid of that. I'll take this off so you can get a better idea what kind of leash I have. And there's a loop on here, which you can actually, well, you can't really cut it out. So you got to put this on your bike the right way so this isn't rubbing against your frame. So I take this, I'll do it on this one. And by the way, I also have a bag mount on here too, which this also still works. It works just fine. I was very concerned at the beginning, but it's not a problem at all. So on this one I can go up here. This bike, because of all this other stuff, I go in and through this little spot here in the frame. So everything will be different on your type of frame. But this one will go like this. And then you just slip that through the loop, like so. Pretty simple. Voila. And then this isn't rubbing against your frame. It's just like that. That won't hurt nothing, won't hurt your cables or anything. You don't want it up here, because then it can hook your steering. That's not good. You want it down in here. You don't want it through this side, because of your cable right there. You want it this side. Anyways, you'll figure it out. So with that, I'll get the other part. So you just go to your hardware store, Home Depot, wherever, you get the pipe insulation. I believe this is a 1.5 outside, and I think it's a 3/4 half inch. I think it's 3/4 half inch hole. There's 2 sizes, but you can see, and I basically cut this one in half. I'm going to make this one a little bit longer, as you can see here. You can see how this gets. They do get torn up, but that's still cheaper than the other. So what I'll do, you buy one, cut it in half, save the other part. You split this open down the middle. It's already has a slit already. You just take that right on down, like so. And then you take your leash and you feed that right in there. It's pretty simple. Just like this. Just like that. Real simple. The leash does not have to slide in this. I prefer it not to, but it does slide down a little bit. No big deal. Once your dog has some tension, you just pull this back to the top. Not a big deal. So once we get that in there, I have video with my dog on this. Matter of fact, one of my videos that's on there filming me passing the camera, it has this setup I'm using. Pull that right up there. All right, now we take these little guys here. Oops, they fell on the ground. All right, so these last quite a while. Now when you have a husky, they shed. You got a dog that sheds, you get a lot of hair in the Velcro. After a while, you got to change them out. So pull that little snug so it's up tight. Then you just loosely put this on. All you're doing is keeping the leash from falling out of the slit. So I usually put one about in here. And about here. Pulled a little tight, just a little tight, not tight like I had on the other one. I had it way too tight. Like I said, and like you saw, causes it to kink. And the leash is not going to fall out. I think 6 of these is what I use. You can use however many you want. This is about what I end up using. It seems to work real well. Around there. Get another one here. I'm going to have to change these out eventually, because they are getting dog hair on them. They're pretty quick, simple to do. They stay quite well. All right, and then one here. So basically all you're doing is closing the gap. You don't need to pinch it real tight. Like I said, it's just to hold the leash in so it don't fall out. And it's not going nowhere, believe me. I've been doing this way for almost a year now. Actually, yeah, I have been doing it for all last fall and up to now. Okay, so there you have it. That's it. That's all you got to do. Now you just hook your dog up. And so what happens, your dog's way out here, this drops down, it's just going to rub on your tire. There's nothing can get caught up, wrapped up into your wheel, because it's all out here. That can drop down like that, it won't matter. Your dog can come clear back here. It's not going to hurt, not going to break the piece. That I spent over 60 bucks, I believe, for that. 60 or is 100 and something. It wasn't cheap, I'll just say. So anyways, this can go all directions. It won't hurt anything. It can drop down. It won't do anything. You still got to be on your guard. You still got to watch, because your dog can take you down. He's taken me down several times with this system and with the other system. And like I said, if you have a dog that behaves and goes straight and does your commands good, the other system works great. You're not going to have an issue. It'll last forever. But when you got a husky like mine, he was 3 years old when I got him. He's already set in his ways, so he just goes along and acts like he's not even connected to the bike. So anyways, that's what I use, and it's very simple, very light. It works great. My other setup on this bike, which I also use, so this rack, you get 2 of them together with the bags. I'm using the water bottles on there. The back end, I'm not sure if the camera shows it. I will adjust it. So the back part, I have also set up. I'll turn the bike so you can see it better. Okay. I love this bike. I would like a front fork though, and that I will get. eventually. So definitely a dropper seat post. Got the full bag here, all this system on there, these flat racks here where I mounted the same type of holders on the front back here for the water bottles. And again, I use this Velcro. You can get this at Walmart. Comes in a roll like this, about 11 something. So basically just Velcro the bottles on. Works great. Got it on both sides. I got my stool mounted there where I can sit on. And so basically, I'm sure you can go on Priorities. They got a whole video on how to use these, and I'll show you. It's pretty simple. So basically, these clip up. You just hold them up. Don't know if I can do this one-handed. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyways, you just pull up, and it also has, I'm not going to be able to see it very well with the water bottle on there. I'll look under here. So there is a clip right here that just clips into the frame. The frame here, this plate here, I mean, you can mount all kinds of stuff up on it. I got Buddy's bag here for his food and stuff. And so I got those, this, and these things, which come with nice bags. They're really nice bags. I got those on Priority, which is where I got my bike, which is from Priority, which is awesome because it has the pinion gear, and I love it. I also love this bike. I've had this bike since 2016, I believe. I actually got 2 of them. And as you can see, it's a Moto Beacon. I suggest you go check that site out. I mean, I think this typical frame here, I don't think they make the Phantom 29 anymore, but they got the same bike. I think at that time I paid $1,099, and I put about 300 upgrades. The front tires, these pedals, which I'm gonna get on this bike eventually. These pedal innovations, these are awesome. They have several different colors, and they work great. They got, their pegs are nice. They give you 2 sizes. I like the larger size, longer. Your feet do not come off. They do not come off. My feet can come off of this one a little easier. They don't have as many pegs in it. As you can see, it's not as long. But when I got this at the time, it was 110 bucks. Now you're going to spend about 160 some dollars because everything's gone up. Anyways, so that is my setup for that, and it works great. I loves it. Give it a shot. You'll save a lot of money. It's like $2 and something for that insulation. You go to the plumbing section, they're right there. They're about $2 and something, much cheaper. The cord, the hose, I think you can get those. They vary in prices. Just check, don't get a cheap one. This one here is a heavier duty one. I do have a cheap one I got, and I won't use it. Not with my Husky, because my Husky can break loose. Hey buddy, he's over here. And he doesn't have the harness on. I have the harness I use for him for this, and they got them all over online, all different prices. Trying to remember what that one was. I don't have the name right now, but it's a full, pretty much covers his whole back. It's really stout. You can also get sled dog harnesses. They're pretty expensive. They're also homemade. You can buy one. So just do your research, find out which ones will work for you. This bag, and then of course my front bag, which I don't have on there right now. Those were from, as you can see the name on there, Quanter, I believe. Quinter, however you pronounce that. These bags are pretty good. This one here is, that's the name of this bag. They have all kinds of them. This is specially made for this bike. And they got other bags. They also make this bag, and there's also a bag here. They got several, so you can check those out. Anyways, I hope that helps you out and saves you a lot of money. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, my name is Troy, and I do have a channel. I just kind of got started, so I'm new at this. And if you're thinking of doing that, jump in. It's kind of fun. All right, we're out.